All right, officially, YouTube, Spotify, you have been hit with the Seoul Dojo gaming channel or the Seoul Dojo podcast. Sorry, I'm already all over the place. We just had some technical difficulties. Brandon finally is in here. He is our guest tonight. I'm gonna put him in here in a second. We've had some technical difficulties, but we're here now. We are finally here. It wouldn't be a proper show without the technical difficulties, honestly. But yeah, I'll start over one more time for the people on Spotify. YouTube, Spotify, you have been hit with the Seoul Dojo podcast. My name is Curtis Russell. I am the main content creator, editor here on the Seoul Dojo gaming channel on YouTube. If you're following us on Spotify or if you're just listening to us for the first time, make sure you guys follow us on Spotify because we will be uploading these on Tuesdays for Spotify. All right, not the biggest show, but look, it is the holiday season. I got my very first Christmas sweater on. I want to say that we just got through Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody had a very great Thanksgiving. And also, look, if I'm going to give you guys anything in the beginning of the show, I like to kind of give you guys a little something in the beginning of the show before I let my guests come on. If you're traveling, we're gamers, right? Like if you're watching this, you have some type of interest in gaming. You're probably going to bring your Nintendo Switch 2 that you bought a couple months ago on the plane with you. Just remember that you probably shouldn't lose it, going through TSA or on the plane, like I did. So, during my holiday travels, I actually lost my Nintendo Switch. But this morning, I called the TSA. They found it. They sent it to me. I had to pay $40 for shipping. So thank God it's a Christmas miracle. With all that said, I am joined by the amazing Brandon Satterwhite. How are you doing, Brandon? Welcome back to the show. It was so nice. We had to do it twice and bring you back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back, man. And apparently I'm doing better than you. I didn't have the heart attack of losing a brand new console. Good grief.
Oh man, it was ridiculous. I called them and I told them, look, it's in a case. There's nothing on front of the case. It doesn't say Nintendo. It's not a Pokemon case. It's not a Donkey Kong Bonanza case. And they were like, well, what game were you playing? Right. And I was like, well, I believe I was playing Legend of Zelda. And they were like, no. And I'm like, can you turn my Switch off, please? So you guys are looking at my Switch to make sure to make sure it belongs to me, right? She was like, well, you were playing Pokemon. And I was like, I was playing Pokemon AZ. I dropped that game a while ago. Now, somebody in TSA was playing Pokemon with my stuff.
Did you have the game card in? Do you think maybe that's what they were looking at?
No, I think they turned it on, went into it, and was like, what is the last game you were playing? Maybe I was playing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a scary moment. Hey, how you doing, Tishelle? Tishelle. It's great to see you. Because she's like, dude, yeah, losing it did give me a heart attack. It's great to see you because we did have a little bit of issues there with the stream, and I didn't know if everybody was going to get to the right stream. So it's glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you here. Brandon, how you been?
I've been good, man. Just got back from my in-laws today. I drove back from there, and so just got home this afternoon and just been kind of chilling.
Yeah. So how long was that drive? Maybe like a couple hours?
It was about 4.5 hours.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow! You have to give us any specifics. It's just holiday travel can vary in a lot of ways, and I came back from. I think I traveled on the right days. I didn't realize traveling the day before Thanksgiving and then traveling the day after Thanksgiving was such easy days to travel. I guess it's today, that's Monday, that's the hardest day to travel, apparently.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Maybe it's the area I'm in.
Yeah.
I just seamlessly went through TSA on the Wednesday, got into a rental easy, not many lines, not many people there. And I also had a very early flight, so maybe I missed everything.
Yeah, I had sleet and like a wintry mix coming down when I was driving, a bunch of hills and whatnot. It was interesting.
Yeah, that is always pretty interesting. Yes. All right. Look, we always start here on the Seoul Dojo podcast. I want to start off, of course, with my first segment, This Just In. But I don't know if it's the holiday season kick, like after the holiday season. It's been very dry with news today. So
yeah.
I'm just going to ask you, Brandon, like, have you heard anything today? I know there was a few things coming out about like CD Projekt Red, a little trinkets, little things that were left behind from their earnings call. It came out today. I don't know if you've heard anything in the news today that's worthy.
Trying to think of what I saw. I saw that the God of War TV series is now casting.
Yeah.
And
I think I saw that.
And then I saw, did you see the statue that Jeff Keighley is like teasing as some big reveal coming at the Game Awards?
Is it a new reward? Or is it a new like award? Like the new award statue?
No, it's a statue teasing a new game, and it's
interesting.
Got all these like demon looking things, but then there's a bear and there's a crocodile, and it lit up and all this. People were speculating, is it God of War in Egypt? Is it Diablo 4? Apparently both of those have been confirmed to not be it.
Yeah.
So now people are like, okay, is this Elder Scrolls? Is this something entirely new?
Yeah.
So it's been crazy. That's been like all over Twitter, I think, the last couple of days.
Okay. I didn't see that. I think I heard something about a statue. I just thought automatically like I don't know. I thought it had something to do with. Sorry, I'm looking up the categories for the game of the year. I thought it had something to do with like the award that they give out, so I didn't even bother with it. That does sound interesting. We always get like a really good, at least one really good announcement at the Game Awards. I was there in 2019 when they first announced the Xbox Series X, and that was fun. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice won Game of the Year that year. That would be. I guess we'll find out on. I think it's on December 11th, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe it's December 11th. I'm on the website right now because I'm just getting ready for that segment. So we have. Let's jump over to the news segment. Of course, with the new Seoul Dojo podcast outline, I wanted to kind of give like the very first fresh off the press news, and then kind of hit some of the bigger things that were happening over the weeks that we were gone. Brandon, we got to give a lot of kudos to you for asking the question, because you came up with the whole, like, is somebody going to come into the competition with a brand new console, with how the gaming console landscape is right now? It turns out Steam. Why didn't we think of Steam?
I don't know. That was like the one company we didn't name last time.
And you would think it would be the easiest one.
Yeah.
So the Steam machine, so Loomis Tech Tips, they're like this website or whatever. They are guessing that this thing, like analysis or whatever, they're guessing that this console is going to be $700. Now, I think on this, I'll lead on this one real quick. If it's $700, Brandon, I am deeply disappointed. I think if you're gonna kick off this brand new console generation or console era that you have with the Steam machine, you should kind of have a very well priced one, so people go, okay, I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation 5 Pro because that's $600-$700. I'm gonna move away from Xbox because they're having issues, and they moved up to $550-$600. But I could buy this that's $400-$500, and I can play somewhat of the same games. There's some PlayStation games on there. There's a lot of Xbox games on there, and it's gonna be powerful, somewhat of a PC, and it's well priced. I would have thought that would have just. And we don't know for sure of the pricing, but I thought that would have been just a great way for Steam to announce themselves, where people go, hey, this is interesting enough. I do want to try it out. And at the price point, I think it's a good enough ask. I should go in and try it. So I don't know what you mean. What you think about that?
Yeah. Originally, I was like you. I was hoping this thing would come in closer to around $500 and be a real competitor to the consoles for this generation. It looks more like it's going to be at least 700. I think honestly it's going to go up more towards 800 or so, which I mean kind of knocks out most casual console type players like myself. And I mean, you look at the market for computer components right now, especially DDR5 RAM, which I think the specs on this thing is like 16 gigs of DDR5. I mean, the prices on those have shot up, 200-300% within the last 6 months. And a lot of people are speculating that's why Steam hasn't dropped a price yet, is they're kind of waiting for this all to stabilize. But I think it's going to go even higher than 700. And, with how Sony and Xbox are positioning themselves for the next generation, where, Xbox has said it's going to be a very premium product, so that, people are speculating, $1,000-$1,200. Sony, if Xbox does that, Sony's going to have free reign to jack up their prices as well, especially, being the top dog in the console market. If the bottom dog is raising prices, then we can afford to raise prices.
Right.
So next gen, this machine might look more competitive once those other consoles come out compared to them. But I don't see, if it is, $700, $800, $900 for the base one. Remember, there's two ones coming out, a 500 gig and a 2 terabyte one. And this is what we're talking about, is the 500 gig one. I don't see it, grabbing a lot of console players immediately.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest problem here. Something's, I think about this on the regular. Something has to happen here, right? We can't get to this point where we're having $1,200 for consoles on both ends of Xbox and PlayStation. I feel like something's going to happen. The industry it's already crumbling underneath our feet already. I just really hope. I hope your hypothesis here is wrong, because I would hate for this new Steam console to be, 700, 800. That would really, really suck. But if PlayStation makes a new console and it's 1,200, Xbox does the same, this thing comes out at like 700. I mean, it's going to be more appealing for the console gamer to go ahead and get that. So maybe Steam is probably looking at it a little bit ahead. I guess ultimately we do have to see with that, but it is, and we haven't really here. I'll even talk about the initial news. I think it's cool that they are making their own console. Of course, they're not focusing on Half-Life or anything. Valve isn't focusing on that, so they're like, "Yo, we can do all this other stuff." Yeah, there's some rumors.
Are they?
I mean, it would be cool. Like Half-Life would be an exclusive for the Steam machine. I think that would really kick off a console, and it's $500. Be perfect for this generation already. Yeah. Ultimately, we got to see. These are just techie people that are kind of giving a bit of their own analysis on it. Even if it was $600, I'd be like, what? If it came out $599, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
But it's just that 700 range. It's like, well, 700, you add another 400, you can get a okay PC at this point. You save that, you can even get better. So we're going to have to see with that one. Anything else on the Steam machine being, 700?
Yeah. There were some people from Valve that came out and they said that unlike Sony and Microsoft that sells their consoles at a loss to try to make, and they'll try to make up that money on software sales in the future. Valve does not plan to sell this at a loss. They are not going to subsidize this. So, they said they're going to try to sell it basically, near what it would cost for parts. And so that's why we're kind of in that 700-800 mark. And with how prices are going, it could jump up even more in the coming months. It's crazy.
Jesus
but
Christ.
Hopefully we get the actual price soon.
But it should be doable to make a console that can run really well, right? At a $500 price range.
Yeah.
If you look at the components, if you look at like graphics cards, things like that, you look at the PlayStation 5 right now. Like you said, I understand you said like they do it at a loss. But you should be able to make a console that can run these games really well and still have that price range of $500, and I'll even say $600.
Yeah.
Maybe $400, I think we might be past that, but the PlayStation 4 was just priced beautifully. That generation was amazing, by the way. They should totally do that. And that's why I have you on here, Brandon, because I did not see that. That is very interesting to hear that. Very interesting to hear that. Next, some more happier news. We have Cyberpunk 2077, and this is going to lead into the other news another news segment we have. Cyberpunk 2077 sells 35 million copies, and CD Projekt Red during its earnings call has announced that there is a sequel. It won't come out no time soon. It won't come out before 2028. Brandon, the question I do want to ask you, we know the history of Cyberpunk. Does developers deserve second chances?
I believe so. And I got Cyberpunk day one on a base PS4 and could not play it. Like I got like maybe an hour or so into it, you know, into the first heist, you know, and just could not play it. Now it's one of my favorite games ever. Like there is good stuff there. The devs did not fuck that up. It was CG Projekt Red top executives mismanaging it and, you know, obviously pushing it out the door before it's ready. And, you know, you can argue if they really had a choice with how many delays they kept having. And again, like, was that their fault for continuing to set dates instead of just saying, hey, it's delayed, we'll tell you when it's ready. But with these guys and with how good Cyberpunk became and how good it is today, I've been playing it. I've been playing a new playthrough here recently. It's phenomenal. With how good the Witcher series was, I am more than willing to give them a second chance, and I am incredibly excited for all the projects they have in the works.
Yeah, because they do have The Witcher 4. We've seen a little bit of that. We've seen a tech demo of that. Looks amazing. I'm just saying that because a lot of people in the comments were like, well, you know, we got to kind of scale it back. Also, I think you got to look at the history of the developer. This is a company that's always been very pro-consumer, that's been very for its people and the people that play their games. This isn't Electronic Arts. I mean, God, how many chances have people given Electronic Arts, especially for Battlefield?
Yeah.
I think especially when it comes to CD Projekt Red, I think Sports Interactive is kind of going to be in the same situation right now with Football Manager. They deserve a lot more leeway, a little bit of a bigger leash because of what they've done in the past. I think you're right, Brandon. Cyberpunk 2077 is one of my favorite RPGs, top 5, one of my favorite RPGs that I've ever played. I love that game. They've changed a lot, especially when it comes to the progression side from launch. Of course, they had to stabilize the game first, and the best version I've ever played was on my PlayStation 5 when I first got it. But then from there, they changed the progression. They've updated the game constantly. It begs for multiple playthroughs. As a really good story, very sad ending. It is a great game. They deserve definitely a second chance. And hopefully they learn from this because we don't want to see a No Man's Sky. We don't want to see another Cyberpunk situation. I definitely, they deserve a second chance. I did see something today, of course, with the Witcher 4. Again, won't be out before 2028. But what else were they saying about The Witcher 4? I kind of forgot.
So they're scaling up their dev teams for both Cyberpunk 2 and Witcher 4. And CD Projekt Red plans to release The Witcher 4, 5, and 6 all within a 6-year period.
There you go. That's what it was. That was, they're going to, the trilogy within a 6-year period. That's right. Yeah, interesting. I mean, once you get the 4th one out, you've built the ground. You know, you built ground level, right? You built the groundwork, all that. So I'm not. What game was I playing? I was thinking, you know what? Wow, they really do bring out this game every 2 years. I don't think it was Outer Worlds I was playing, and I was like, oh, that's only been 2 years. They brought another one out. Maybe it was that.
Maybe it's been more than 2 years for Outer Worlds. Is it Assassin's Creed or something like that?
Maybe Assassin's Creed. I was like, wow, they brought out like it every 2 years. I think because of the caliber of game that we expect from The Witcher, maybe it is a little weirder that they're like over a 6-year. Yeah, but they could be working on those games now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it. So one, like you look at all of the different projects that CD Projekt Red's apparently working on right now. I saw a list of them today. So we've got The Witcher 4, 5, and 6. There's apparently rumored Witcher 3 DLC coming sometime in 2026.
That's very interesting.
There's Cyberpunk 2 somewhere going to get released in between all of this Witcher stuff. And then there's Project Sirius, which is apparently some sort of online game set in the Witcher universe.
Right.
So it's like they have so much going on for a developer that usually only focuses on one game at a time. It's very interesting to see them working on this all at the same time. So I'm curious if they're doing sort of like what they did with the Lord of the Rings movies, where they shot them all at the same time and then just released them, a year or so after each other.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's sort of what they did. They brought the actors in and did all of the voice recording for all three games and the motion capture and all that. And now they're just kind of putting them all together now at once. I'm curious if that's what they're doing.
That's very interesting. Yeah, it is a massive workload, especially when you look at Rockstar, like working on one game, working probably, especially with Red Dead Redemption, working on one game, working them allegedly for hours and hours and hours, 100-hour weeks. It's very interesting. I guess we got to see. I think that is when I did see the 6-year plan thing, I was kind of like, okay, but I don't know. I try to work my brain around it. Like maybe they are kind of working on it now, working on mainly on The Witcher 4, but like they still have that groundwork for 5 and 6 already going. They know kind of what they're going to do with that. But then when you think about it, like you said, they do have this multiplayer thing they're going to work on, and they have this Cyberpunk sequel.
Yeah.
I don't expect the Cyberpunk sequel to come out for a while. It's going to be.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect, any of those giant games to come out, until late 2027 at the earliest, maybe.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. It's going to be very interesting. Again, I think The Witcher 4 is going to be a big game for CD Projekt Red, because they people still know, they still remember what happened with Cyberpunk 2077. We don't want to look at The Witcher 4 like that. Let's not go through that again. Let's Brandon, I think they can't go through that again, because like you said, you played it on a base PS4. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was awful.
It looked bad. It was really dark too. I remember it being so dark. I was like, what in the world is going on?
And it was it had like a very intense film grain.
Yeah.
Like I remember it just looked awful at that time. It was terrible. Performance wise, at least. Like the actual, foundation, the story and all that was good, but cannot have performance like that again on another big game like that.
Yeah, and I agree. Like playing through the game, you're like, okay, I see what CD Projekt Red are doing. I see what the game is intended to do, but it's like a I don't know. It's like a really soggy piece of cornbread. Like you're trying to lift it up and eat it, but it falls apart when you're trying to eat it.
Feels like an alpha build or something like that.
It was really bad. really, really, really bad. We did. I don't like to talk too much about movie stuff. But our next news bit, it is two things. FX is making a Far Cry show, and then we got our first look at Legend of Zelda. I said leaked. I don't know if it was a leak. I feel like it
was official. Yeah,
it was official. Yeah, I don't know why I put leaked on there. I thought so. And then we got our first look at Legend of Zelda, the Legend of Zelda movie. FX. Let's start off with FX making the Far Cry show. This is one of those games where it would make a really good show. Especially Far Cry 3.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a huge Far Cry fan. I love the series so much, and so if they do anything with 3, 4, or 5, I'm in.
Yeah. 3 to me is like actually one of my favorite games of all time. Far Cry 3 is amazing. I feel like Jason Brody is a great protagonist. The scene where you have to I think he has to torture his own brother because he's undercover. That scene, that was one of I was like, wow, this is really, really intense. Like you could really feel it. Like this is like peak Ubisoft. This is so. I think Far Cry would be a perfect. And then whoever they got playing Voss, that he was amazing too. This is a great way. This is a great game to make into a show.
Yeah, and making the actual show is going to be Rob Mack from Always Sunny, and then I forget the name of the guy, but the guy that made Fargo, basically. And so that was an anthology series. Far Cry is that way, and he said that was what he was really looking forward to with Far Cry, is that you can do all of the different games and they'll all be different from one another. So it'll be, unique each season, And the only thing about it is I kind of wish it was a streamer that was doing the show so they, could go, all the way with the violence and, really make it dark and gritty how it needs to be in certain moments.
Yeah.
I don't know if being on cable if they're going to be able to get away with some stuff.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Far Cry 3 especially has some pretty graphic moments.
Yeah, very, very. Tashelle said, don't forget about FNAF 2 movie coming out in a few days with Matthew Lillard and this sketch. Yeah, I mean, I played Five Nights at Freddy's before, and I'm like, I'm just so good. And then, what's funny? What's really crazy about that game and that game series is like at base level, at the cream of it, at base, not even base level, at the very, very top where the frosting is of the cake. That's FNAF. It's like, oh, okay, it's animatronics trying to kill you, but then you get below that and it's like, oh, this is very dark.
Yeah.
This is very dark. I don't want to mess with any of this.
Watching like 3-hour-long lore videos on YouTube.
Oh, there's so many of them.
Oh, the old film theory days with Matt Pat.
Oh, they're so good. YouTube is so good for things like that. So good for things like that. The Legend of Zelda movie had its few first like screenshots. You see Zelda, you see Link. I love the attire. I love the look of it. Thank God they didn't get old boy that plays Spider-Man to do it. It just looks good. It looks good to me. And I can't wait to see it. As a Legend of Zelda fanatic myself, I'm just gonna try to just watch it and enjoy it. Halo left a really bad taste in my mouth. Hopefully, I can just watch this and it doesn't have to be amazing. It just has to be somewhat good.
Yeah.
Right. That's all I want it to be. That's it.
Yeah. Doesn't the season 2 of the Fallout show come out soon?
Yeah, season 2 of the Fallout show comes out, I think December 17th. I believe it does. So I'm like looking out for that too. That the first season of that was really good. It was really good. I was really happy with what they did. But I feel like Fallout wasn't like the first game that would jump out to be a series, but like it made a really good like show. It really did. Yeah, it was really good. Let's move on to. I got it here somewhere, y'all. I got it here. Did I put a discussions thing? I did put what the hell's going on with Xbox. No, we're gonna move on to discussions. I didn't put a discussions thing in there. Weirdly enough. Game of the Year nominations, right? All right, let's talk about that. So this is for the Game Awards, of course. We saw the joystick ones. So the nominations go for the Game Awards. This is for Game of the Year. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, of course. Death Stranding 2 On the Beach. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Hades 2. Hollow Knight Silk Song. Now, that list, of course, they can only do 5. They only do 5. Let me make sure that was only 5. Oh, I'm sorry. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Yeah. Is on there also. What do you think about that list, Brandon?
I think they got it right. I think those are the games that deserve to be nominated for that award. I think those were the biggest and most successful games this year.
Yeah.
There were a couple of games that maybe you could have thrown in there as well, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm satisfied with that list, and I think it is an incredibly strong group of nominees. Very strong.
Of course, and I always like to kind of call out the Game Awards a little bit for biased, a little bit. Of course, I'm not saying I've never played Death Stranding. Not saying it's not it's a bad game or anything like that, but that is Hideo Kojima. They absolutely love Hideo Kojima at the Game Awards and those people. But I love seeing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on there. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. To me, that's just the game of the year. That is that's it. Hades 2. Hades, the series is always great. Hollow Knight, again, same thing. Donkey Kong Bonanza, still haven't played it, but it seems like it's always getting those nominations. So it is a very, very strong list of candidates there. I want to go through a little bit some other categories. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Categories.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
I thought when I saw that list that, and I want to know if you agree with me, if any of those games had been nominated last year, they probably would have won. over Astrobot.
Wow. Oh, was Astrobot the game of the year?
Yeah, Astrobot was last year's game of the year.
I forgot. See, that was so forgettable. I forgot about it. Hold on.
Not to say Astrobot's not a great game. That's
It
what I
is a
was
good
rooting
game
for last year.
Yeah, we did a first impressions here on the Soul Dojo of the Astrobot. Niall did it, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. Let me actually look that up. See, Brandon, this is why I love having you on here, because you bring up certain things, and I'm like, oh yeah, we got to check that out.
But yeah, I think if any of those had come out last year, which was a bit of a down year, somewhat, I think they would have easily won.
Okay, ooh. Okay, so listen to this. Oh, listen to this. Okay, so I'm surprised Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree didn't win it.
It is a DLC.
It was a DLC, but I think we saw. Didn't we see The Witcher Blood and Wine win Game of the Year? Oh no, that was best RPG.
Yeah,
that it won. That's crazy that it won best RPG and it was a DLC. Yeah, Astrobot was the winner. So they had Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Metaphor Reventasio, which I think is probably an amazing game because I love the Persona series. That looks so good. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is a good game, played a good bit of it, and then Balatro, which is that card game. So let me drop. I mean, Claire Obscure probably wins that if you take out what game is similar to it, maybe Final Fantasy. So like, if you take out Final Fantasy, put that in there. I could see it winning.
Yeah. I think any of those from this year.
Any of them?
You throw KCD2 in there, you throw Donkey Kong in there.
Yeah.
I think Hades Silk Song would have won landslide last year.
You know what game I really think would have won this in this category?
What's that?
Is the Kingdom Come. Kingdom Come Deliverance would have won that.
Oh yeah.
Definitely out of all those games. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's a very you're right. It's very strong this year. Let's talk about some of my favorites. So you guys are kind of seeing me react to this for the first time because I've not seen all the nominations. It's like the first year I haven't seen them live. So I don't know exactly what all the nominations are, but I'm looking at best RPG. Okay. Avowed, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Monster Hunter Wilds, and you have The Outer Worlds 2. So you have two Obsidian games that I've played both of them. Avowed is decent. It's a decent Obsidian game. And then The Outer Worlds 2, currently doing the first impressions on it, playing the game. I like it. It just seems like it's a little bit too... What I like about The Outer Worlds, it was a compact RPG. It's compact. It was smaller. I can get through it within 20 hours, even shorter if I wanted to. And it was just really... It was full of quality. This one's bigger. And it feels more of like a traditional RPG in the sense of where we're at now in the gaming industry. But I feel like it's not that I don't like it because of that. It's just I like that so much from the first game. Yeah. I think it's going to be a bit of a fight here between Claire Obscure Expedition 33 and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
See, I think Claire Obscure is going to win Game of the Year. I would give Best RPG to KCD2 because I think it does some of the RPG stuff better. It seems like I liked Avowed a lot more than a lot of people this year because like I saw a lot of people being like, Avowed's okay. I really enjoyed my time with it. I didn't finish it, but I really liked that game.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people, because it is interesting, right? Like it's like a first person, especially when you use magic and you use the wand. It's like a first person shooter at that point with the wands and stuff like that. That was kind of interesting, and how you can like flip between weapons and things like that. I think when I first saw Avowed and Obsidian did a teaser, it just looked like it was going to be like more of like a Skyrim-ish kind of game, dungeon crawler-ish. This was something very different. Maybe the sequel will be even better. I don't hate the game at all. I think I think when you say you love it, I think it's that type of game. You get into it, it's gonna have that good Obsidian writing. You can, what you say and what you do is gonna affect the world around you. It's gonna have all that. And I think a lot of people are really going to like that, just like you did. So I love the fact that you love it.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that for you. I don't hate
Also
it.
a gorgeous game.
It's beautiful.
Even on Series S where I played it, it looked amazing.
Yeah, you played it on Game Pass. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We might talk about this, of course, and this is a little bit spoiler. We're having a SGO press pass tomorrow. So we will be talking about this category also with Mike, but we're going to talk about it right now between me and Brandon. I don't care if me and Brandon say the same thing. I have some stuff to say about this category. So it is best sports / racing category. We have EAFC 26, F1 25, Mario Kart World, Rematch. Awesome that gets a nomination. And then Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I've never played a Sonic racing game, but it sounds like the stupidest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life.
What?
Yes,
that game looks awesome.
It looks good, but why the hell does Sonic need to race a car? I don't understand. He's the fastest thing in the universe.
Because Sonic R sucked. That's why. That game on the I think it was Sega CD or Saturn or whatever.
Yep.
That was awful. So they put him in a car.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I don't get it. It just seems like it's a Mario Kart ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
definitely.
I mean, it's just, and the fact that it got nominated is just crazy.
Yeah.
Like y'all couldn't come up with any other sports game.
Mm-hmm. We have 3 racing games and 2 soccer games.
Yep.
That is what our genre that we cover on SGO produced this year in the eyes of the Game Awards.
The people that haven't played, like what sports game? Like, okay, the sports game you reviewed, right? The card game, the card basketball game. Why doesn't that get nominated?
Because none of them have played it.
None of them played. None of them have probably even heard of it.
Yeah.
But if Hideo Kojima made a fucking basketball card game, I bet you they would play it.
Kojima making a sports game. Oof.
It would have the deepest story you could ever.
That would be on Weird Sports Games day 1. I would have a video out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think I love that our category is coming down to basically Mario versus Sonic this year. That's what I
think. If Sonic Racing wins this,
I want it to so bad.
Oh my god, I'm not writing that article. Oh no, no. I hope it's Rematch. I love Rematch. I think Rematch is really fun.
I think Rematch deserves it. It was a great concept, a great vision that they carried out, and I think they deserve that win.
F1 25, we'll talk a little bit more about F1, the situation in F1 25, because I've been talking to Mike. I don't know if you saw the recent news behind that. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. I think F1 25 playing it feels like EA weren't sure if they were going to continue. Like that's how the game kind of felt. I did like some of the new stuff when it comes to what was it, when you can actually build a team and stuff like that. All that was like redone, and my team, it was all redone. You can like build the headquarters and stuff like that. They brought back Breaking Point, which was very interesting. Some of the I mean, oh my god, the facial animations in that game was phenomenal. And they didn't really touch the actual car mechanics, things like that. But I mean, for some reason it's always getting nominated. I think it's in place of a Forza game all the time.
Yeah.
When Forza doesn't come out this year, it's like, all right, we'll just put F1 there. EAFC 26, Mario Kart World, it wasn't even received well. Like I don't really understand that. Seychelles said it's more fair for everyone racing Sonic. I guess. Yeah. Why can't Sonic just run? He's in a blue Corvette. He's in oh my god. This category sucks again this year. Last year, should I look at? I know last year's was crap, and I know we complained about it.
Yeah, last year I think FC finally won last year.
Yeah, FC finally won it.
It was the first time
FC
they had
25.
actually won it.
Yeah,
and it was
EA
them.
must have been like,
What?
oh wow, what?
Oh,
What happened?
Okay.
It was literally 2K versus EA. It was NBA 2K25, WWE 2K24, Topspin 2K25, F1 24, and then EA Sports FC 25.
Yeah.
I bet y'all wanted Topspin to win that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Topspin last year. That was good. Let me look at another one because I know there's another. Oh, where did I go to? Don't they do like content creator or whatever?
Yeah, there's creator of the year, streamer of the year.
I see creator of the year. God damn it, Brandon! They didn't nominate you again, man. That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
that's
me
crazy.
with my tens of views.
I cannot believe they didn't. Most anticipated game. I think we know which one's gonna win.
It's GTA 6.
Oh, dude.
Obviously.
Oh, my bad. Let me say the nominees. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
This game right here, I'm actually excited for. It looks cool. 007 First Light.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto 6. Marvel's Wolverine looks great.
Yeah.
Resident Evil Requiem looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
And The Witcher 4. So this is a very strong lineup. Of course, this could be potentially Game of the Year lineup. If they all come out at the same time, they probably won't.
Yeah.
No, I'm really hyped that they put First Light in there.
Mm-hmm.
First Light, I mean, we've seen gameplay of it. It does have the Hitman vibe. It does look really cool. It's a younger James Bond. It just looks like a fun game. I could kind of sit back and just enjoy the story, enjoy some stealth, and it looks really fun.
Looks like a classic James Bond game.
Yeah. Which is sick. Yeah, there was one a long time ago, and I can't remember exactly what it does remind me of that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly what it's called. The Wolverine, Marvel's Wolverine. We saw our very first trailer of that. It looks gory. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
And then I haven't seen much of the Resident Evil game. Haven't seen much of that. Oh, probably because I'm just like, I'm not into scary games like that. Or mainly Resident Evil.
Really.
Let me go back to the categories again. All right.
So, real quick, so Claire Obscure broke Last of Us 2's record for most nominations with 12. Do you think they break Last of Us 2's record for most wins?
How many was that?
I think Last of Us 2 had either 7 or 8. So Claire Obscure would need 8 or 9.
7 or 8. Did it win Game of the Year? I can't remember that.
Last of Us 2 did, yes.
Yeah, it did.
And a few others.
Yeah, and it rightfully so. I don't understand these Last of Us 2 haters. Do you remember who was nominated? Like what was nominated in the 2020 Game Awards? Game of the Year? I'm looking at it now.
I know it was Last of Us 2, it was Ghost of Tsushima, and then I think there was a Persona game, I want to say.
Was it Persona 5?
I think so, maybe.
That makes sense.
I can't remember.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Okay. Oh yeah. So it was Ghost of Tsushima, Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing New Horizons had a nomination. Holy crap.
Well, that was the COVID game. That's what everyone played during COVID.
Yeah. Hades, The Last of Us 2, and then Final Fantasy 7 Remake. So it had both remakes got the nod for the nomination.
Yeah.
And so it won in that. I still to this day I agree with that.
But The Last of Us won 7 awards during the 2020 Game Awards. So Claire Obscure would need to win 8.
Okay. Wow. It would need to win 8. I don't know.
8 out of 12 nominations.
I don't know because you said it already. It's a very strong lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if it's going to win that many. It'll win some. Best RPG, it's a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in Best Action Adventure? No.
It might be.
It's not. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Split Fiction's in there. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Hollow Knight, Ghost of Yote,
Yeah.
and Death Stranding are both in there.
Yeah. They have 3 people nominated for best performance. Claire Obscure does.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think I know. Hold on. I'm gonna look at that real quick because I think I know who's gonna win it. Wow, they didn't nominate that girl that plays that forgot her name. The Asian girl that's in Claire Obscure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't nominate her. But yeah, they have Ben Starr. Yeah, they're Jennifer English. Yeah, they're all in here.
Mm-hmm. And
Wow.
then Troy Baker's there for Indiana Jones.
He's not going to win that, even though he did his thing.
He was amazing. Still has never won a game award.
Yeah. Yo, the dude that played Daredevil was in the game?
Yeah, he was the voice of Gustav.
Wow. Oh, wow. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah. And he did something really cool. He was asked about it, I think, at like Comic-Con, and he said, a lot of the credit for the performance should go to the French actor that did, all of the motion capture and everything. And he said if he wins, he's going to make sure to acknowledge him, I believe.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, because as far as I know, he only did the voice for it.
Yeah. Expedition 33 should win best score in music. I think that was amazing. That was really good.
The symphony, when they do all of the songs for all of the Game of the Year nominees, is going to be so amazing.
It's going to be dope. Yeah, because they're really good. They're really good.
Yeah.
It's also nominated for best narrative. I think it has a strong enough narrative to probably win that one. Oh man, let me read this one. Best ongoing game. No Man's Sky, Marvel Rivals, Helldivers, Fortnite, Final Fantasy 16. I don't know. That one's always a hard one for me to do because I'm like, I don't keep up with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortnite just had like a really cool event.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see them getting it. No Man's Sky's put out a couple of big updates this year. Helldivers has been good. Yeah. Marvel's still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
They're still putting out new characters. So I think any of those could win.
Yeah. So best multiplayer: Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, Split Fiction. That's a good category.
It is. I think Battlefield 6 will probably take that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Over multiplayer over Split Fiction, like the ultimate multiplayer game? Nominated? It isn't nominated for Game of the Year. No, it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, Battlefield 6 might pick for that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the Elden Ring one, that was actually one of the wrong things. Like, not a lot of people didn't like that one from yeah, the developer. Can't think of him right now. I'm looking at like some of the sim stuff. Jurassic Park Evolution.
It's crazy they've made 3 of those
already.
Yeah. I remember when the first one came out.
Yeah. I thought like there was only that one.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Best game direction, that could be Expedition 33 again. I mean, I could see them winning about 4.
Yeah.
I'll mark. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think they're gonna win 4.
I think 7 or less. I think at best they will tie the record, but I don't think they break it.
That would be great. Wow. What else are they in? Oh, are they best indie debut too? Oh,
yeah,
they're gonna win that one. They'll win that one. They'll win that one.
Yeah. What was it? But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see if they can come close to that.
Yeah,
because 7 is just so many. Especially like all of those Game of the Year nominees are in most of those other categories.
Yeah.
And Ghost of Yote had like 7 nominations as well. So
yeah.
Like,
do you remember when it was like Red Dead Redemption? How the hell did we get Red Dead Redemption and God of War
same year?
Same year? And they were just picking them up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Red Dead was picking up everything. I was like, surely it's game of the year. And then it's like, no, God of War. How the hell?
Yeah. That's who I wanted though that year. I wanted God of War to win it that year, even though as great as Red Dead is, like those two games to me are like 1A, 1B on my all-time list.
Yeah. I just remember thinking to myself, like, it deserves it. I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't. I just always thought, even to this day, I've always thought Red Dead deserved that one. That game of the year. I always thought that just in that year was the better game.
Yeah.
But God of War winning it, I mean, I beat it. It was amazing. Absolutely an amazing game. So you can't even fault that.
Yeah.
Audio design. Yeah, I could see Claire Obscure picking up a few of these. Yeah. All right. For our indie spotlight, I was actually reached out today. I didn't have anybody for the indie spotlight. I had somebody reach out today to my email. It's one dev that works on this game. His name is Enrique. He's working on RTS Hero. The Kickstarter starts on December 2nd. I've seen this game, Brandon. I've seen the main video of it, or like one of the trailers. It actually looks really cool. It looks like one of the old school, very, very old school, like World of Warcraft kind of game. You can switch between controlling just the hero, or you can control the whole unit of your whole like minions or whatever at the same time, and then it could be very like RTS, real-time strategy. The combat looks sick. Some of the animations this guy has put together. There was like this guy wielding like a flame sword. He was destroying this bear in the trailer. It looks awesome as hell. It's as easy as just clicking that tab button. You switch to a hero. You can switch back to controlling everybody in your unit. It's gonna have procedurally generated levels. It's gonna have its own single-player campaign. It was called Shattered Lands, but apparently there was a bit of a. He says in the press release, they said, "Yo, this person stole the name," which is kind of funny. Very indie. This game is. It's gonna be fully online. Play with your friends, 1v1 or co-op against the PC. It looks like a really fun game. Looks very cute. Cell shaded graphics. Very exciting. No official date for this just yet, but make sure you guys stick to it. You can get it on Steam. You guys can wish list it. Keep up with it, and Kickstarter, give them a little bit of your money on December 2nd, which is tomorrow. Brandon, anything else on before we head out here, anything else that you picked up on before I talk a little bit about what my first impressions is like for the Outer Worlds 2?
No, that's about it, man. We got Game Awards next week, so kind of wrapping up the year and getting ready for what's probably going to be a pretty stacked 2026.
And when you mean stacked, GTA 6 is probably going to take everything. So everybody's going to be leading up to that. Like, it's like, all right, I'm playing this now. But
when GTA 6 comes.
I'm not playing nothing. I'm not playing anything. I'm playing a little bit of the Outer Worlds 2. I'm not going to go too deep because I'm going to finish up playing in the next couple of hours, next couple of days. I do like it. The characters seem to have a lot to say. I'll say that. It's like, dude, like sometimes I don't need all this context. I need to know the context and then I move on. But this game just has a lot of lore behind it. I think it's bigger. In some ways, it's better. Not the best, but it's in some ways it's better. And it is a good game. Obsidian, I have such a good place for them in my heart. Like that's why I play their games and that's why I love them. Like you said, you love Avowed. Which is always great. Maybe I got to kind of get back into it again and try it one more time. What you love so much about that game?
Like I wouldn't say I loved it, but I really enjoyed it more so than a lot of reviews I saw. Reviews kind of were like in the 6 to 7 range. I would have put it more like 7.5, 8. I thought the art design was amazing. Graphics were great. I really enjoyed the story that it was trying to tell. I liked the characters, especially the companions. I thought they were really well done. I loved the combat. I really enjoyed it. I didn't finish it. I got through about, I think, the first world area before you move on to the next one. And that was kind of where I put it down because Claire Obscure and some other games came out I was wanting to play. But I really enjoyed it, and I do want to go back to it at some point.
It is kind of one of those games you play in between big games and big releases and things like that. I think Outer Worlds still is that too. Like I'm going to play this until Metroid Prime 4 comes out,
Mhm.
which comes out I think Thursday or Friday. Yeah, hopefully I should have my Switch back by then.
Hey, hopefully.
I should. Yeah, my name is Curtis with the Soul Dojo podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Soul Dojo. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys also follow us on Spotify if you're listening to us. Make sure you drive safe if you're listening to us on the radio and stuff like that. Yeah, Brandon, plug yourself in.
Yeah, I'm Brandon Satterwhite. I'm the lead writer over at Sports Gamers Online. You can follow me on X over at bsatterwhite18. And go check out my latest project on Sports Gamers Online was the first episode of a series called Weird Sports Game. It looked at a PS2 and Xbox game called Blitz the League, which was an unlicensed continuation of the NFL Blitz series. Episode 2 should be coming sometime this month. Episode 3 in January, and then probably unsure when the rest will come, but that's something I'm going to be working on over there.
I love how you already have a timeline. That's so cool. I love it. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Follow me on X, Callie from the Dojo. Brandon, did you say where they can follow you at?
Yeah, at bsatterwhite18.
Yeah, got you. Just wanted to make sure we got that in. All right, and we'll check you guys later. All right, peace.